Horror movies are the lifeblood of this channel. I'm always on the lookout for a good horror movie. Lately, I have stumbled upon some strange entries into the genre. Today, we will cover two such examples, both being French-made. No, not that French-made. We've got Titane and MadS.
Oh, sacre bleu!
Starting today's descent into madness is 2021's Titane. This body horror film is definitely out of pocket. A car model stripper, sorry, not sure the exact title for someone in this profession, soon turns murderous. I wouldn't fault you for thinking that this is the plot of the movie, but wait, no. The actual plot is that the main character, Alexia, who one night gets a knock at her door, or to put it better, an engine roar. So as you do, she opens the door, enters the garage, and there's the car. The poor car must have blue bearings after Alexia grinded on its hood earlier. Apparently, this has also put Alexia in the mood too, as she then makes sweet, dirty love to her automobile. Yup, you heard that right. She straps in and takes the car for her own special test drive, bringing a whole new meaning to the term joyride. This film isn't my favorite, but the sheer audacity of it all makes it hard to keep your eyes off the screen. So Alexia continues her killing spree and finds a way to escape the grasp of the police trying to hunt her down. Next comes the plot twist that cranks the crazy meter to 11. Alexia is going to be a mom. That's right, her escapade with the car left her with a baby bump. Damn, if only the insurance policy covered accidental pregnancy. But we've all been there before, caught up in the heat of the moment, our gaze trapped in the glow of a nice pair of headlights. Soon, Alexia pretends she's a young boy who has gone missing, and somehow this works. At first, fooling the son's father into accepting Alexia as his missing son. The father is Vincent, the local fire captain. This dude has some demons. After losing his son, he also gets divorced. So now he spends his time juicing steroids, listening to EDM, and dancing with the boys in the firehouse. The saving grace for this movie is the relationship between Alexia and Vincent. Soon it becomes obvious that Alexia is not his missing son, but in his own way he accepts and loves her for who she is. And as a sign of mutual affection, Alexia does not viciously murder him. Ah, that's true love. After a few more kills, Alexia soon becomes bedridden and ready to give birth. This process, as you can imagine, is quite difficult as her baby is half Cadillac. The baby, however, seems quite normal. Alexia, though, dies shortly after, and Vincent, a man barely holding on, is given a reason to live. Thanks to Alexia, Vincent now has the child he so desperately wanted after the disappearance of his own. I personally give this movie 6.4 out of 10 stars. I'm not shitting on this movie, just sharing my insights. I 100% cannot call this unoriginal. That would be a disservice. The plot and execution of it may be a bit much for the everyday viewer, and it has to be watched with closed captioning. But you be the judge if you want to watch it or not. Have any of you seen Titane? What's your take on this one? I'd love to hear it in the comments below. Continuing on our journey through the land of cheese and wine, we have our next entry, MadS. MadS is a thrill ride that never lets up. If your idea of a thrill ride is taking unknown narcotics and picking up a crazy lady from the side of the road who stabs her own neck repeatedly. Okay, yeah, that tracks as a thrill ride, and that's only the first 15 minutes of this film. That crazy car ride does bring up a question for me. As this movie plays out, everyone starts going crazy. So my question from the beginning was, is it the new drug turning everyone into zombie-like spring breakers, or the blood from the woman in the car getting into the man's system? To me, it seems like the virus, or whatever you want to call it, is passed through bodily fluids, and the drug is more of a red herring. But I could be wrong. This movie has garnered some underground buzz for being shot in one long take with no breaks. That is a crazy way to shoot a movie for sure, but it plays out well.
Ok, je sais pas du tout ce que c'est.
Vas-y, je te suis.
The sense of surprise and shock the characters show feel real and unscripted, probably what the director was aiming for. I gave this movie a rating of 7.1 stars out of 10. Again, you will have to deal with subtitles. Unlike Titane, this one doesn't have a storyline that you need to follow too closely, and the appeal for MadS is the straight up gore and violence. The movie does not shy away from that, and if you're a fan of that type of horror, this film delivers. I gave this movie a higher rating, and it's well deserved. In my mind, this movie is close to the 8-star ranking tier. Just my opinion, but if it was in English, fleshed out the idea of the virus a little more, if we only had some background on the secret organization that ran tests on the crazy lady, and clearly tied in what effects the drugs had, if any, on the spread of the virus, this movie would be much higher on my rankings. With that said, MadS is what it is. It's a fine movie, a gore-filled horror movie with great action sequences that at the end of the day will keep you guessing a little. Okay, horror fans, our passports have been stamped. We've traveled to the land of Napoleon, the home country of Joan of Arc. We've explored 2 recent horror films made in this country. At the end of the day, the originality of these films shine through. They make great additions for us horror fans to greedily devour. So what's your take on these French horror films? Pass or smash? Did you enjoy these titles yourself, or are you still waiting to watch them? Maybe this video will sway you one way or another. Like always, drop a comment and let me know your thoughts on Titane and MadS. Until next time, this is Planet Phobia signing off, wishing you the best on your horror journey.